It's so stupid, it's positively brilliant.
The Brilliant Idiots Podcast.
Charlamagne the God.
Andrew Schulz.
We are the Brilliant Idiots, and today's episode is brought to you by MAGA! No.
This guy is wild, man.
It's brought to you by Squarespace, okay? All right. Turn your great idea into a reality with Squarespace. Squarespace makes it easier than ever to launch your passion project, whether you're showcasing your work or selling products of any kind. With beautiful templates and the ability to customize just about anything, you can easily make a beautiful website yourself. And if you do get stuck, Squarespace's 24/7 award-winning customer support is there to help. Head to squarespace.com/idiot for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use the offer code IDIOT to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. And please go out there and grab Shook One Anxiety Playing Tricks on Me. Salute to everybody who came out to Chicago this week. We was at, I think it's called Fellowship Baptist Missionary Church. I don't know if that's the exact title, but those words are in the title.
Definitely.
So it could be Missionary Baptist Fellowship Church, whatever. But I was there in Chicago on the South Side with Devon Franklin and Pastor Charles Jenkins and a very sharp dude who I just met named Xavier Edwards. Man, we had a great conversation about black masculinity and mental health, all of that stuff that we have not talked about enough in our communities. But for whatever reason, our generation is not scared to talk about now.
What'd you say about black masculinity? Oh, first of all, sorry this is late, guys.
Sorry this is late.
We're recording right now on Friday.
We're recording on a Friday. You'll be getting this in another hour or so. But, the thing about masculinity, I don't even know what masculinity is. I don't know what the definition of masculinity is. Because everything that I thought was so-called masculine isn't really masculine. You know what I'm saying? And everything that they say is not masculine seems like things men should do. For example, I've always been a huge fan of Girlfriends. Everybody know this. I have the box set. I own all 8 seasons of the DVD. It's the only reason I still have an Xbox so I can watch motherfucking Girlfriends. I watch Girlfriends reruns on TV One, BET, wherever they come on. I love Girlfriends. Whenever I wax poetic about Girlfriends and talk about how much I love Girlfriends, people be like, bro, that's so gay. You know what I'm saying? Alex in the back talking about facts. He's whispering it. He don't even want to say out loud that he watches Girlfriends because he don't want no more gay rumors. All right? But guys will be like, that's gay. But then they'll be like, why don't you watch Oz?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or football.
Right.
So it's not gay for men to watch other men getting sexually assaulted in prison.
Right.
It's not gay for men to watch other men in tight pants or whatever the fuck.
Right,
but it's gay for me to watch a show about a bunch of women. So that's like when people be like, oh, that's not what men do. What the fuck does that even mean? Who says?
Right.
So it's like I really don't know what masculinity is, to be totally honest with you. I don't know what the definition of what masculinity is.
Well, what do you see it as? How do you define masculine?
I think when you're a man,
like what men do you look at and you're like, damn, you're masculine.
That's true.
I'm asking which guys.
None. I've never said that in my life. Now that you said I'm like, I've never looked at a man and be like, damn, he's masculine.
Terry Crews.
No.
Nah.
Why? Because he diesel?
He flips his titties too much, bro.
I never looked at him and said he's masculine. I don't look at no guy and be like, they're masculine. Now, I look at certain men and be like,
you can't pop your titties that much and get upset if someone grabs that shit.
I understand why he got sexually harassed by that white man.
Why? Because he's sexy?
He's asking for it?
Flexing his titties.
Oh. Yeah, that's Justin Richburg, ladies and gentlemen.
It's going to be a lot of that.
That's Justin Richburg. You know, Justin sounds like our conscience. You know what I'm saying?
Your nonchalant conscience.
Justin sounds like our conscience. But it's like, I know what a real man looks like to me.
Right.
Meaning that a real man to me is somebody who I saw the growth and evolution in. That's why I always say Malcolm Little to Malcolm X is the greatest story of evolution that I've ever witnessed. You know what I'm saying? When I look at Jay-Z to the man Sean Carter, like that's just a great growth. Growth and evolution is what makes you a man to me. What about like the governor of Virginia, like from blackface to like not blackface? MAGA! Okay?
Ain't nobody trying to see those dudes evolve, huh? You know what I mean? When they catch that blackface pic back in the day, everybody like, wow, he's really changed.
No, we can get into it. Like I think it's hard. I think it's hard with certain things. It's hard to accept.
Politics are tough because it's like I think we're already concerned that politicians are out to fuck us. And then if you know for a fact someone in their history was, at the very least, wildly insensitive to one group. That's at the very least.
Racism is tough. Like some shit is just like I don't know, bro. Like some shit seems so deeply embedded because you have to invest so much into racism to really be racist.
But with homophobia, we wanted to forgive Kev.
But I don't call that homophobia.
That was just him just telling his jokes he did in his stand-up.
I'm from that. I'm 40. I'm black in hip hop.
Right.
I'm from that. I'm from pause. I'm from no homo. I'm from rappers throwing the F word around in songs like it was nothing. It is homophobia. Right. But I don't think Kev hates gay. I don't think Kev wants to cause harm to gay people. Yeah,
and you could probably make the argument that someone doing blackface, there are people who've done blackface that don't want to cause harm to black people. Not everybody who puts it on.
Everybody that wears blackface isn't Liam Neeson.
Yo,
that was crazy.
That's another
one. Crazy that he said that. Like he set his own stuff up. He didn't have to say that.
He didn't have to. God damn! And Michelle Rodriguez didn't have to say what the fuck she said.
So that's what you call talking yourself out the pussy. You heard me?
What?
He talked too much. That's how you talk yourself out the pussy. He talked too much.
But he was about to have sex with a black man, and then he talked himself right out by saying he wanted to kill one.
I guess so.
I guess
take it that way.
Justin Richburg, ladies and gentlemen.
Justin just tapped out of his own metaphor.
I just lost. I forgot what I was about to say. It was about to be something funny, and I forgot.
But let's stay on the Virginia thing for a second. Just on the whole concept of can you evolve out of racism? I'm sure you can. It's just hard to trust.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
That I think is the best argument, especially for Black America. It's like, people can evolve. We absolutely see evolution. But you gotta understand that we deal with this every day. So it's gonna be a little bit, you're gonna really have to convince us.
And you're a politician. I can't let
you cheat on your girl and she's skeptical for years after.
So if you go to look at Virginia now, you start looking at all the policies that you can see the racial bias in. You know what I'm saying? You're like, damn, how much of these did you contribute to?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like you're a politician. I can't trust you in this position of power.
Right.
If I don't know for sure if you're not racist or not.
Yeah.
So can you evolve? I'm sure you can, but it's just hard to trust.
Yes.
And to be in that position of power. If you was just, a radio host, I don't fucking know anything. Like
if you're a grandma, you bring home your black boyfriend. And your white grandma used to think she didn't like black people. All of a sudden, she meets this black boyfriend. Now she's like, they're all right.
You can still be racist, though.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah, you can still.
But she's evolved. She's become less. Like, racism isn't like black and white, right? Well, literally it is. But
it is. But I guess you can be
there's
racist. There's
definitely scales to racism.
That's what I'm saying.
You can be racist within your race. Like Asians hate each other.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like it's levels to it. Like
there's levels.
When I look at
what's the highest level?
KKK.
That's highest. You can't go higher.
You can't go higher.
There's nothing higher.
Because KKK is committed in their. We don't like black people.
Yeah, but
we hate black people.
Okay, what about Nazis?
Yeah, that might be one level. That's a level. Yeah, that's a level. That's a level. Those are the levels. Like, listen, racism to me is when you hate another race. Like, I hate you.
Yes.
Like, I hate you just because you are black.
Bro.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, but you said it really direct to me.
I'm just saying, like, you're not black.
What? What are you saying, guys?
Justin, you want to chime in?
Nothing.
Okay. Listen,
I hate his white face.
But that's what it is. So it's like that to me is the ultimate level of racism. Everything else, we're really just trying to figure it out. Like this dude say he put on blackface. Dude, like, I don't even know if I was in the picture. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then you got some people who wear black.
That's how good the blackface was.
That's a fact. That's a fact. This has been a good week for blackface.
Bro. Have I told you my theory on blackface?
What is it?
I think it was just gay dudes back in the day who wanted to wear makeup. And they couldn't wear makeup because everybody would call them gay. So they wore blackface because nobody's like, look at that racist. He's probably really gay. So I think it was just gay dudes hiding out. Because what did you do when
it was the minstrel shows?
And what did you do when you put on your blackface?
You pretending to be black.
No, you did your little dance.
Man, shut up.
You're singing and dancing. It's just Broadway, bro. There's no Broadway.
I can see why you would think that because they used to put on the big bright red lipstick.
What would you do with them big bright
blackface?
red lips?
Oh, didn't Gucci just come out with something like that?
Yes, they had the $890 Blackface sweater.
Well, that's a different thing, and I want to get to that because
I thought that was something that had to do with porn or something.
Nah, this is definitely. You said this before.
Yes, they're using black outrage to market.
They
their
do
products.
this, they do this just to bring traffic to the website.
It's Tommy Lahren in clothing. It's literally
But they say this shit been out for like a year and some change,
Yeah,
but people just noticed it now for whatever reason.
I know exactly what they're doing.
But this is definitely Sambo lips though.
I saw earlier today Spike Lee was saying that that all black people should boycott Prada and Gucci until they get like black designers.
you know how many black people are like, we've been doing that our whole lives. Okay, that shit is like $5,000 for a bag.
Oh no, them motherfuckers wear Gucci, bro.
Really?
Bro, it's a rapper named Gucci Man.
Yeah, but
it's a rapper named Gucci Man.
Son, I've never owned anything Gucci. We all boycott Gucci. 99% of humans boycott Gucci.
Gucci belts.
And half the stuff that people be wearing Gucci don't be real Gucci. Like I think Soulja Boy's Gucci headband wasn't real. It looked like a Band-Aid in the back of his head, didn't it?
You don't think it was real?
No, that thing looked aki as fuck.
We needed to have a discussion about what makes something real. We were having this discussion on Flagrant 2. I'm being honest with you, because if the Asian kids are sewing it together, right, and it's Gucci or if it's whatever, what makes it fake? If it's the same material, if it's the same Asian kids, what is fake about it? It's
right, the value that you put on it.
What if it's the same material?
I'm with you, but it's the value that you put on it. That's all it literally is, the price point you put on it. Like a pair of Nikes, a pair of fake Jordans is just as real as a pair of real Jordans. It's just that one is sold on Canal Street and the other one is sold in fucking Foot Locker.
Yo, this is the thing about...
some of them fake Jordans be doing the splits instead of like jumping in the air.
Right, those are the shitty ones.
Oh yeah, maybe the quality might not be as well. But same material, but the quality might not be as put together.
And this is why... I don't even know if I want to share this. I could... You know those like... sneaker reselling websites, like StockX and all these things. I could kill that business model in fucking one day. Literally put them all out of business. They make fake sneakers now. Now it's $1 billion business, sneakers. They make fake sneakers now so good. What happens is they find the contracts for the factory, and those contracts with all the material lists get leaked. They get the material and they just replicate the sneaker.
But don't certain materials cost more?
The sneakers aren't $5. The sneakers could be just as much. The sneakers could be maybe a little less, etc. But all I would have to do, I'd have to order a pair of those sneakers, right? Do a video where I'm telling everybody it's fake, send it to StockX or one of these reselling, right? Show StockX, say that it's real, because this happens all the time. Sell the sneaker on StockX, and then someone buys it and then be like, hey, buddy, that was a fake sneaker. Now nobody trusts that platform again to buy sneakers.
One thing about sneakerheads, though, I don't know how, them motherfuckers got an eye for fake sneakers, bro. They can spot a pair of fake sneakers from a mile away. It don't matter if it's Jordans, Yeezys, whatever the fuck. For whatever reason, they got the eye for fake sneakers.
YouTube videos.
It's YouTube videos of what, Alex?
To show people how to find fake sneakers.
Really? I'm not a sneakerhead like that, so I couldn't tell you what's fake and what's not.
Neither can I.
I'm not a jewelry guy either. That's why I don't even really like to buy jewelry, because motherfuckers might be selling me fake shit and I don't even fucking know.
We just put too much worth on everything, because like I used to be in the sneakers a lot until like I realized like it's just a waste of money, because like I had bought like the Jordan 5s, and for some reason I wore them to the Eagles championship parade last year. What was it, like 2 years ago?
You only won one Super Bowl.
Yeah, listen, we won more than that.
The Eagles did?
In my mind, we won more than that.
Okay.
We won the first time against the Patriots when I was little.
Gotcha.
If it wasn't for Donovan messing up. When I bought the Jordan 5s and I wore them that day, and then like they literally got like stomped on, I looked at them, I'm like, I spent like $250 over retail for these, and just in my mind, like it's not even worth it wasting all that money. And then like looking in my closet and like all this stuff, and I barely even wear them. So it's like I just been getting rid of them like little by little, because it's really just a waste of money at the end of the day. Like we put too much. Like
everything's a waste of money.
See, when you hear Justin talk, you realize why Delta and Coca-Cola made the napkins that that you can put your phone number on and your name and pass it to a passenger that you may want to holler at.
Why?
Cause would you want to have a conversation with Justin on a plane?
Yo,
it's that nonchalant attitude.
Like, well, can some turbulence pop up or something? Can we do
It's a rainy day outside. But for real, it's like a lot of stuff just a waste of money. Like I could
All
imagine
that
like
shit is a
all
waste of
the
money.
all the equipment,
What
all
is
the new
worth?
equipment
What is
and
worth
stuff I could have
it?
bought.
That's the question you got to ask yourself. Is like we put value in everything. There's nothing wrong with that. Like
You know
if you
what's
like
worth it?
sneakers, that's your shit.
The show
I'm not
off
gonna
for other
knock that.
people.
We all
True.
like dumb shit. So it's like nothing's truly worth anything. Like there are people out here that buy paintings for millions of dollars. Right? They're
To
worthless.
us, that shit looks stupid.
They're stupid.
Like I think Justin is way better than Banksy.
Boom.
What's his name?
Yeah, your whole business
No
model.
disrespect to Banky, but I just think Justin's better. Banksy.
Yeah, but your whole business model, like, wait, you do animation and art, or
No, I just do character design, and then I just do a lot of cultural stuff,
Right.
Logos and stuff like that.
And that shit means more to me. Like I got Justin's painting hanging in my fucking man cave in my basement to join with Black Panther and Barack Obama and Malcolm X all playing dice. Because that shit means something to me.
So a sneaker is one of those things. Like a sneaker means something to. Like, I mean, for these kids who buy Jordans after never even watching Jordan play, I don't understand what it means to you. But like, for us, growing up and watching a basketball player that really shaped the way we viewed sports, and he was like our first fucking idol, our first superhero, and like you get to be in the same sneakers as him. Man, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, and it wasn't about the sneaker.
For me,
They sold it and told us you can fly like fucking Mike.
They lied to us, bro.
They lied to us. You
Yeah.
can be like Mike if
He
you got
didn't
these
even-
fucking shoes.
He didn't even have the Air.
and then after
he
a
didn't-
while-
he didn't even have the Jordan 1s in his first season.
Nah, he
Like
wore
the
some other
bands,
shit.
the bands.
Yeah. But like, yeah, it's just a weird. I completely get it. I think you want to walk in the shoes of whatever of your idols. Like literally, you want to do that shit.
I was just talking about that when it comes to value, when it comes to like think about things like first class,
Yeah.
right? When you don't have it, like who needs first class
Yeah.
until you have it?
Bro, it's taking the condom off.
You're not going back.
I can't go back.
Why would I go back?
I felt pussy walls.
Come on, man.
Bro,
I'm in this fucking
it's
first class,
cozy
this
up
mint and
there.
jet blue. I can lay my seat all the way back like a bed.
Let's
and
go.
crash for 5.5 hours. It's food up this motherfucker.
I can't be in economy talking to Justin.
I did that. Now, listen, I did the extra leg room and shit like that. You do what you
bro.
can, right?
Are you straight first now?
Bro,
Always
I
first
will
now.
never. You think I will never travel more than 4 hours and I'm not in first class? It don't make no. It's pointless. Now, if I'm going to like Chicago, Detroit, somewhere that's an hour or 2 hours down south,
Light work.
cool. L.A.,
Nah.
out the country,
Nah.
first class, baby. You'll
Now,
spend money on that.
Will you buy your own ticket?
Yes, if I have to.
So you'll put up, and what is your limit for first class to go to LA if you're purchasing your own ticket?
I don't know.
So just everybody who's watching right now who hasn't purchased a first class ticket, it's expensive. Like going to LA,
It depends.
$400 regular, first class,
8 to 11.
first class round trip,
Yeah, 8 to 11.
$2,000.
What I mean, 8 to 11.
Each way, yeah. Bro, two?
But see, you know what I do sometimes? I buy the regular ticket, and then when you
then
get to the
upgrade.
airport,
Yeah,
upgrade for $300-$400.
Yeah, but
you know
all
what I'm
them
saying?
shits are always taken. I'd spend $1,000 back and forth. If it was $1,000 back and forth round trip to LA, that's worth it. Maybe even $1,200 round it. But when we get over $2,000, it's
Andrew,
like,
I'm old, bro.
and you rich.
But I'm old. My bones hurt. You know what I'm saying? I put CBD oil on my body every night. Like, I'm not even playing. I take CBD gummies. I take the CBD syrup. Got my wife rubbing my back down. I'm putting it on my scalp. Like, I can't do that. I cannot sit like this for 6 hours.
This guy's crazy. And you literally sit for a living.
I told Van that the other day. I was like,
You're not
Van.
even
I was like, why would I sit in the sky for 6 hours when I can lay in the sky for 6 hours? It's like it's simple to me. Like I'm going to lay down. I need to take my aspirin before I get on the plane. I need my blood to motherfucking circulate. But I'm saying that's value to me. It's worth it because the value isn't just me being in first class to be in first class.
Right.
The value is
the comfort.
It's comfort.
Yeah.
It's really comfortable. It makes my fucking life better.
And back in the day, you might have had the comfort, but the discomfort of the price of the ticket outweighed the comfort.
I didn't know how comfortable it was.
You
I
never
never
tried.
did it.
Yeah.
So of course, when you walk past, you shit on everybody in there, bougie motherfuckers.
Yeah.
First class. Who gives a fuck about first class until you see them goddamn beds laid back? And just what does it matter?
Doesn't matter where you go. Like, look at.
She said
you to
that.
stay with us.
She just said that.
Taylor, I know you didn't get to talk the past couple weeks on the podcast, but I need you to stay with us. You could have picked another opportunity to jump in. Justin's from Philly. You're from Philly. It could have been some type of connection there. It didn't have to be, just a random, what the time span thing is, because we just spoke about that.
I'm trying to do those things.
Yo.
You want to talk about Liam Neeson?
I can't take the Philly disrespect.
Don't make excuses, yo. What kind of excuses is that?
Justin said he can't take the Philly disrespect. Taylor don't even rep Philly all the time. Taylor rep Philly when something good happens. Meek Mill do 50 million prison reform. You see Meek? Don't sleep on Meek. You know what I'm saying? Philly win the championship. Philly, all that. Before that, I don't care about football. This year, she don't care about football.
I mean, that's a lot of people's attitude in the city anyway. They don't like jump on to nothing until like something gets like real big.
For real? That's whack.
Yeah, I mean, like Philadelphia is like.
First of all, that's not the fuck that happened. Don't try to.
Hey Taylor, come on. Hey Taylor.
What just happened?
Here, come on. Oh, now you don't want it. Oh, okay. All right.
All right, Liam Neeson. So Liam Neeson thought that he was really the guy from his movies.
Can you insert this, Taylor?
Yeah.
Please.
What did he say exactly? Because I didn't see the whole interview. He said his friend got raped.
His friend got allegedly raped by a black man, and he admitted that he started going to predominantly black areas looking to kill a black man after his friend told him that her attacker was.
Isn't he from Ireland? Where's the predominantly black area in Ireland?
I have no idea, but I know that was some ballsy shit to say on Trayvon Martin's birthday.
I still don't understand why he even brung it up. I still don't get it.
I have no idea.
Why would he mess up his own like movie like that?
Well, I think it had something to do with they were asking him about revenge, because I think the movie that he's promoting has something to do with revenge. So they was asking him a time he felt like he wanted to seek revenge.
But I mean, just because somebody asks you a question don't mean you gotta like tell them about something like something
answer.
like that.
I agree with
Justin,
you.
I'm glad that you realized that in 2019, because I be telling motherfuckers that shit all the time.
Yeah.
Stop thinking you got to comment on everything, bro. Everybody don't need your commentary. Nobody's sitting around waiting to hear your motherfucking commentary on everything. Some shit you don't need to talk about.
You know what? He thought this was gonna slap.
They was gonna be like, yeah, you know what? Finally, a white man admits that he wants to randomly kill black men.
Not even the racial agenda. I think it was the hero agenda. Your friend got raped, and Liam Neeson was walking around neighborhoods looking for somebody. If he never said anything about color, it was just I was walking around neighborhoods looking for the description of this guy.
Liam pussy. See that? No, what you just said was the last line.
I was looking for the guy to do something to him.
You said looking for the guy.
Yeah.
Liam wasn't looking for the guy. Liam would have been a hero if he went out and I'm gonna go kill this motherfucker who raped my friend. Liam was like, I'm just gonna go out and look. I was looking for random black men to kill.
No, I know.
Yeah,
I'm saying like what he thought the hypothetical was going to be, because you don't say that during the promo of a movie unless you're trying to promo the movie. He's trying to reinforce this idea that he's the fucking savior guy. He's the revenge guy. I'm gonna take care of everybody. You harm my family, I'm coming for you. That type of shit. And
he had to be specific though. If he'd have been specific, and said I wanted to go kill
this guy,
the guy who raped my friend. Yes, but the fact that you say it was a black man who raped her, so I just went around wanting to kill random black men.
I think he was just trying to be, like shocking, because everybody try to be shocking when they saying something that ends up messing up. Because when you see him, we was on Good Morning America, he was kind of like backtracking.
Yeah.
What did he say?
He was just like, they stuttering a lot, like looking around.
He didn't mean it in that way. Same old bullshit. I'm just like, yo, on Trayvon, I look at the universe. The universe shows us signs. It was Trayvon Martin's birthday.
Did you know it was his birthday?
I did.
I don't think a lot of people. I don't think a lot of people knew.
It wasn't his birthday when he made the comments. It was his birthday when he did Good Morning America.
No.
Yeah. But my thing is, that is essentially what George Zimmerman did. George Zimmerman was in the neighborhood.
Absolutely.
He saw somebody that he looks at and thinks is a thug, and he decided to go see what the fuck was going on.
It's just crazy to me, like, XXX is dead, but he's still walking around alive. I just remember, like, all them people talking about, like, they're going to do this and that to him, and nothing happens.
I think he's in hiding.
Who's Zimmerman?
Yeah, I think that we have this perception that Zimmerman's like walking around at Whole Foods, like just chilling. And
It's not
Publix.
It's not that. If somebody wanted to do something to him, they would find him. It's so easy to find people if you really tried.
He still might. Listen, it still might happen.
I mean, like, maybe when he gets older, he'll suffer something like real bad. Maybe that'll be his karma.
Now.
But back to fuck Zimmerman. But back to the Neeson, like why it's fucked up. Obviously, it's fucked up to do that. Like, have you ever had feelings, not like you want to murder, but have you ever had somebody do something to you and then you hated a whole group of people or felt away to a whole group? What about
white people?
So it is a normal feeling.
I guess. I mean, it's like I'm not going around wanting to harm, all white people. But you got to think, as a black man,
Right.
And it probably is the same thing for white people. As a black man, my whole life, I'm taught the history of white people in this world,
Right.
and the pillaging and the raping and the murder,
Right.
or what they call it, colonization.
Right.
So I'm taught that all the time. So when you see depictions of slavery, there's not one white person. You know what I'm saying? There's
Right.
groups of white men. When you see depictions of Jim Crow segregation, it's not one white person. It's groups of white
Right.
people. You know what I'm saying? So the white man is a symbol in America of white supremacy.
Right.
So when you get mad at racism, when you get mad at bigotry, you think white people.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Or like, let's say a cop kills a black dude, an innocent black dude, right?
It's all cops.
It's like,
look at
fuck
all
cops.
cops. Fuck the police. Yeah.
Right. And like we saw that, we see marches where it's like all, pigs must die, fry them like bacon, that kind of shit like that. So it's like there is a somewhat of a human instinct to have something happen that seriously affects you and then portray that feeling on a group. And that's wrong regardless of who's doing it, right? We even saw it with Rodney King, right? It's like, I think during the riots, they just pulled some dude out of an
Beat him up.
18-wheeler and beat the shit out of him. It's like, he had nothing to do with these riots. Now, maybe he's racist. Maybe they got it right. Nobody ever talks about that.
That's a big hypothetical.
Nobody ever talks about
That's
that.
a big hypothetical, bro.
I mean, there
know.
is a chance that guy was racist.
It's possible.
It's a
But there's also a
possibility.
chance that he's a pastor.
Also true.
You know what I'm
Trucking
saying?
was his side hustle.
He
God
might-
was his first.
He might have donated plenty of money to the NAACP. We don't
Dude,
know.
What if he was delivering something to like a black church?
That's what I'm saying. We don't know. Like, that's a big hypothetical.
Okay. That being said, all right. So it is something that I guess people do, and something that we'd rather keep inside. Is that what we're trying to say to people?
No, I actually respect the honesty, but that's just because that's how I like my conversations. I like
Right.
to have those overt conversations. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think that we can discuss anything if it's coming from a good place and a place of acknowledging that you were wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, those are the teachable moments.
But all conversations don't need to be public, though.
I agree with that too.
That's the thing. A lot of people got messed up because the whole thing about this generation of people is that everybody wants attention. So because of that, you end up making a fool of yourself and things like that, and you can potentially harm yourself. And people want to like rain down hell on you. It's just like people just gotta learn just to be like more secretive and more, like quiet about certain things. Or maybe a lot of times, or maybe like with him, Liam Neeson, when he came out and said that, maybe he didn't have nobody in his regular life to talk to about it, so he felt so that was the only time to say something about it. And, it just backfired on him.
Yeah, I just don't understand the teachable moment from it. Like, I can think of plenty of things that I've said, y'all been listening to the podcast for a while, and the Breakfast Club. There's plenty of things that I've said that I may not have, executed in the best way, but I was trying to get somewhere with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand what the teachable moment was for Liam Neeson.
Yeah,
I don't get what he was trying to convey. Like, I don't.
It's just shutting the fuck up.
I think he was trying to act like he was some tough guy, and he didn't realize, how racist what he said was.
And he said, "Black bastard."
Yeah, like
I
he
was
doubled
looking
down.
for
It sounded like
Yeah,
the way he sounded, the way that sounded, it seemed like he was probably like treated like badly back when he was little by black people.
Dude,
for
he
him to
grew
say
up in
for
Ireland.
him to say
He
something
said
like
that,
that.
though.
There's no black people.
He didn't say he grew. He didn't say he was treated bad. He said he grew up in an environment that kind of like
Harbored resentment and harbored racism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said that. He did say that.
And a lot of people do.
I think that's why, like, I think in like a lot of times in the black community with a lot of black people that like don't like each other and don't want to help out. Because I can say like when I was like younger, I say like I was like bullied by a lot of like the people of my own kind. Because once my like stepfather died, like I lost my confidence and I let people push me around. And at that time, I could have let hatred towards my own people like like reign supreme over me in my adulthood. But I ain't let that phase me because people are people. You can't like hold hate against everybody.
I appreciate your story, Justin, but I refuse to let you flip this on black people right now. We're going to stay on these racist Liam Neeson. All right? Okay. We got to
Fuck
refuse.
Liam Neeson.
MAGA!
He was only good for what them old head movies.
So what do we do with Liam Neeson?
Throw him in trash.
I never gave a fuck about Liam Neeson to begin with.
Yeah,
Put him in the old folks'
Actually,
home.
the first Taken was hot.
I I don't even know. Listen, to be honest with you, I had to Google who the fuck Liam Neeson was. Like, who the fuck Liam?
You never saw
dude from Taken. Yeah,
Bro, Taken was
but
fire,
to me,
bro.
he's the dude from Taken.
Yeah, he's Taken.
You know what I'm saying?
I just call him Taken.
Like to you,
old
Morris
Jason
Chestnut's
Bourne.
probably the dude from Boys in the Hood.
He's the dude from all black movies. Dude, there's a few guys that are in almost every black movie. Like, let's be
Morris
honest.
Chestnut, Tay Diggs,
Yeah,
Omar Epps.
yeah,
Yeah. Do you know who Tay Diggs is?
yes.
Which one is Tay Diggs?
He's a little taller Omar Epps.
Nah.
No, Tay Diggs is the guy who wears drag. He dresses in drag. No, is that how Stella got his groove back?
Yeah.
Her groove back.
See?
Yeah.
See? You see what I'm saying? No,
Ding, ding, ding.
That's the dude from all
Third
black
time's
movies.
the charm.
He just started naming black movies. One of this shit gonna go in. One of these shit gonna go in.
That's fucked up.
Bro, no, that's how Stella got her
up.
groove back, bro.
But that's the truth,
And also,
though.
he was in Kinky Boots.
Was he?
Yeah, he was. So
Oh.
I got it in the second try.
But see, that's the truth, though.
So Tay Diggs, Morris Chestnut, what's the other guy? Omar Epps.
And, the black dude from the wood. The tall one with the bald head.
He's not in every.
He be in a lot
Who?
of black movies. He was in the one that was Jill Scott's husband and
Hits from the Street.
No, man. The one that was
Yeah. What y'all know about that reference, huh? Huh? Y'all thought I was out the loop?
the one that was Jill Scott's husband in the Tyler Perry movie. Richard T. Jones.
Nah. He's not part of that.
This is the thing that got me Michelle Rodriguez defending Liam Neeson.
Right. Megan Good, she's in a lot of them.
We know Megan Good.
Michelle Rodriguez was the one that said it shouldn't be like no colored superheroes. There shouldn't be like no black Superman and all that.
She said that?
Yeah, I think she the one from the Fast and Furious movies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she definitely said that.
She said about Liam Neeson, it's all fucking bullshit. Liam Neeson is not a racist. Dude, have you watched Widows? His tongue was so far down Viola Davis's throat, you can't call him a racist ever. Racists don't make out with the racists they hate, especially in the way he does with his tongue so deep down her throat. I don't care how good of an actor you are. It's all bullshit. Ignore it. He's not a racist. He's a loving man. It's all lies. She's 40 years old. She should not be making statements like this at 40 years old. Because...
You know what it is? She's a lesbian, right?
Yeah.
And she's had to make out with dudes in movies. And she's probably so disgusted by that she's like, there's no fucking way that he could make out with a black chick
And not be racist?
and be racist.
And be racist?
Right? Because she knows how disgusting it is for her
But
to
she
make
still
out.
does it? She's an actor.
Yeah, but she's like, this is horrible. But here's the thing. And I think Chappelle said the best thing about this. He's like, misogynists fuck women.
Of course. Bruh.
Take that in, right? It's like, just because you hate somebody doesn't mean you can't fuck them.
We can
Men who are misogynistic fuck chicks.
You're right about that, but we can also just stay on the complicated history of race in America. I'm from South Carolina, where buildings are named after Strom Thurmond, where highways are named after Strom Thurmond. Strom Thurmond was a segregationist who ran a presidential party called the Dixiecrats.
Yeah.
He once gave a statement where he was like, he can't see a world where he can share, theaters with black people and
But
churches.
did he fuck black chicks?
He had a black daughter.
Ooh!
He was 22 years old and impregnated a 16-year-old woman. I think her name was Ella Mae Washington. She passed away now, but that was his daughter. Like, what are we talking about here? So
Bro.
he didn't think that you was good enough to be in a movie theater with him, but he would shoot your club up.
Shot it up.
You wasn't good enough to be in his club,
But he was
if you
good
were
enough
black.
to-
But he could shoot up your black club. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck are we talking about here, Michelle Rodriguez? Like, that is the history of America. There was a point in time in America, I think it was in Virginia.
Yeah.
I forget what the actual...
Shocking.
I forget what the bill was called, but it was a bill to where if a slave master impregnated a slave, the child was born a slave. Didn't matter what the status of the father was or what the race of the father was, that child was a slave. This is when a white man sleeps with a black woman. But in the same place, a black man sleeping with a black woman was a fucking crime that you would die for.
A black man sleeping with a
A black man sleeping with a white woman, I'm sorry. A black man sleeping with a white woman was a crime that you would motherfucking die for. So what are we talking about? Like, yes, you can be racist as fuck and still kiss a black woman or sleep with a black woman. Like,
That's a stupid
what are you
argument.
talking about, Michelle?
Yeah.
Like, that movie can't be that fire. I can understand if you went to bat with Vin Diesel over this shit. Fast and Furious franchise, y'all make plenty of money off this shit. You really gonna go to bat for Liam Neeson? This ain't even your bread and butter.
Bro, Liam Neeson is her family.
Are they in this movie together?
I don't think so.
So why the fuck was she talking about Liam Neeson?
I have no fucking clue,
Bored
man.
at
These
home.
people just want an opinion on some shit. It's just
Bored
such
at
a
home.
weird thing to say, man. Maybe Liam Neeson's done with acting. Maybe he's like, I'm out. I'm tired of making
mean,
the
all
same
his-
movie.
all
Like,
his
how
movies are the
fucked up
same.
is it that like every one of his movies, his family gets taken or stolen from him or something like that?
Come to find out, his family's not getting stolen from him. They running the fuck away.
Real
Because
talk.
Liam's so fucking racist, and they're tired of this bullshit. And I don't even know if Liam Neeson is racist. I just know that what he said sounded racist as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say, yo, this guy is a total racist, but what he said sounded racist as fuck. And by the way,
It was racist what he said.
it was racist. By the way,
The definition. I'm just looking for any black
any
guy.
black person, and I think all black men are rapists, which is an age-old stereotype.
Yeah.
Because of my friend getting raped by a black man.
Right.
Now, I could lean on history and say, hey, I don't believe your friend. Because she's white, saying a black man raped her. I could do that, but that'd be stupid, right?
Ooh.
And I would have plenty of history to back me up of
Right.
white women lying
Emmett
on
Till.
black men.
Right.
Emmett Till is one of the most classic cases.
Right.
But I would never do no shit like that. I was like, oh, she's lying. She's a white woman lying on a black man. I would never do that. So he shouldn't do that. He shouldn't say all black men are rapists because my friend was allegedly raped by a black man. So it's just all bullshit all across the board. if
What's
you
the
ask me.
last thought you've had that you didn't share because you're like, nah, I can't let this out?
I'm not saying.
Was it racist? Was it?
No.
Sometimes there's positive, or like, you ever get like head from an ethnicity that you haven't before, and then you're like, oh my god, I love Brazilians. Like you put the same groupthink, the same prejudice.
I did that before. I was talking about white women one time, and I was like,
Right.
yo, I love my sisters. But I was like, yo, this was years ago, and I was like, yo, there is something about having your black penis in a white woman.
Now, after that, were you walking around white neighborhoods just like looking for a white woman to have your penis in?
Nah, I never had the white woman fetish like that. You know what I'm saying? It's not
Right.
like I know guys that love white women. Like I know black guys who love white women. Alex is one of them.
I can't wait till I get successful enough to be able to get me a whole bunch
You
of
need
white
to stop
women.
sexually harassing Emily Brooklyn.
Who was that?
The white girl that be dancing on Instagram all the time.
What did I say?
Every single time she posts a fucking video,
Hold on, I'm
Justin
looking.
goes, I need those cheeks. Like every
That was one time.
Bro, you did that
Stop
shit on like
lying.
10 videos. I saw you.
That was one time. She was dancing in front of Jay-Z's
Marcy Projects.
building, and I said I'm gonna get her pregnant and dip.
Okay.
Emily Brooklyn is her name?
All right. Okay.
Emily Brooklyn, 38?
She dances. I don't know what her exact thing is, but she's always dancing. Salute to Emily. I don't really know her like that. But
Would she be able to dance like that in front of them projects like 20 years ago?
nah, she
Without
can't.
getting robbed?
She actually can't dance like that in front of them now. But I mean, that's why people got mad at her about that, because they was acting like she was acting like, you know, what they're living in an everyday basis is like an amusement park. It's a tourist attraction for her. Like it's still people living in those projects.
I
You
got
know
a
what
habit. I got a habit of saying dumb stuff. Last week I slipped up and thought a fat woman was pregnant. Like she punched the fuck out of me. Man.
Well, you just walked up to her and said, "Hey, you look pregnant."
Honestly, yeah, it was me trying to flirt, and I was like, "How you?" I said,
You were flirting with a pregnant girl?
"Listen."
Well, he's from
flirting
Philly,
with-
so
I
he
was
like them
flirting
big
with fat girls.
Johns.
Exactly. I love me a big girl, man.
Love you a big John.
Exactly. About 350 and up.
Ooh,
501, 5'1".
Been eating tasty cakes and she been 5 months.
I'm trying to gain weight. I'm tired of being skinny. I'm trying to, pick them up a little bit. After a while, you'll start gaining weight.
And Big John's in
Getting
Philly,
muscle.
they mama start breaking them off a little piece of tasty cake at 5 months when they putting it on their tongue, rubbing it on their gum. They get a little taste of
Like,
that icing.
who don't want a big girl like to feed you pizza in the morning?
See what I'm saying? at 10 months, you walking around with a little baby in Philly. You know what I'm saying? That's about 2 of these. You know what I mean? Taylor, no.
No, I totally do not.
A lot of density. What you say? A lot of density in Philly.
What's that?
But I never had the white woman fetish. Never. I've always liked sisters.
Really?
Always. I mean, I've slept with white women before. You know what I'm saying? In my sexual history.
How
but
was it?
It's cool. You know what I'm saying? I honestly think that it's more so for me.
Was it a different feeling?
Nah.
Did you feel like you conquered?
Yeah.
Did you feel like you conquered the white man?
Yeah,
Charlie?
that's what I mean when I say it's something. When I talk about,
Did you start beating your chest, Charlie? Did you start beating your chest when you in the coochie?
not literally,
Like
but
King Kong?
not literally, but probably after the fact. You know what I'm saying?
So there
Were
is
you
like
smiling more?
Yeah, especially growing up in Monk's Corner. Andrew can't stand it. Andrew's like,
I just don't get it.
Andrew's like, this is ISO offense.
I just don't get it.
Andrew like Justin is
Triangle,
Carmelo.
baby. Come on, hell,
I gotta take my jump shots.
yeah.
Pass the ball.
Right.
Listen, I don't get a chance
You're
to
not
be on
even
this.
shooting.
Listen, I don't get a chance to be up
Shooting
here
the
like
ball
that.
into
I'm
the
taking all my
stands.
shots,
You
even
know
if
what
I
I mean?
miss. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but
Justin wasn't supposed to be a guest. He just came up here. That's my partner, man. That's my
Right.
guy. I fuck with Justin heavy.
I know.
But what happened now?
Do black dudes fetishize white chicks, you think?
Yes, that's a fact.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What is that about?
It's so funny you asked me that because I'm rereading the autobiography of Malcolm X.
Right.
And Malcolm just talked about how, they were a status symbol at one point. You know what I'm saying? Nick Cannon tried to say this the other day. I didn't like Nick Cannon's narrative because Nick Cannon was trying to make it seem like black men still think like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think that's a very 80s, 90s. Can you add that clip of Nick Cannon, Taylor?
Yeah.
I think that's a very 80s, 90s mentality to say that all black men, still fantasize over white women and we want to get rich and marry white women. Like, yo, the narrative has changed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that may have been the narrative back in the day, but you can go from athletes to entertainers. Brothers is with sisters. Okay, LeBron James got a black wife. Chris Paul got a black wife. Dwayne Wade got a black wife. Carmelo Anthony got a Afro-Latina wife. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Hart has a black wife. Jay-Z has a black wife. Like, Boris Kodjoe has a black wife. Will Smith got a black wife. Like, what are we talking about? Like, we got to stop acting like narratives don't change. And that's what I didn't like about what Nick Cannon said.
Nick seems to be tapping into something. I think he's a businessman. He knows what he's doing.
Nick Cannon.
He's tapping
First
into
of all,
that woke shit.
Salute to Nick Cannon.
Yeah.
Nick Cannon got on goddamn Wendy Williams this week and tore that shit the fuck up.
What'd he do?
He just went on there and said shit that got people talking.
What'd he say?
The Kylie and Travis Scott shit.
What'd he say?
I don't even remember. To be honest with you, I don't even remember. Like, I just know that it's always something about Nick Cannon in the news. And he's getting people riled up. He's getting people talking. So therefore, he's doing his fucking job.
Yo, Nick is smart.
Whoever said he
No,
wasn't?
I never said he didn't, but he's a very smart guy. I think that, like, people don't assume he's as smart because he's kind of corny in a way.
No, we used to think that, once again, narratives change.
Yeah.
It was a point in time when we thought Nick was corny until we got older and realized Nick been the thing to be for the longest.
Dude, with
You know what I'm saying?
100% his business hustle. I'm just
Yeah.
saying his entertainment persona.
Yeah.
For me, I'm not like in love with the entertainment persona. His business hustle.
Justin loves Nick's music. You think Nick can rap his ass
That's
off.
what's up.
No, I don't.
We want to do this again?
I'm making up shit.
You want to do this again? All right, let's do it again. Let's go. The point is,
Shot
I think
clock at 19, Justin. It's at 14, Justin. You still holding the ball?
I'll come in when I need to.
It's at 11.
I'm gonna let. I don't want him to punch me in the face.
Okay, he passed.
It.
Oh, never,
He passed.
never.
He's triple teamed. He passed.
so. MAGA, no. That's what you should have said. That would have slapped right there.
Why does MAGA sound like nigga coming from a black person?
Because it is.
Like, if a black person says MAGA, it sounds like a white person saying nigga.
So can white people go, "What's up, my MAGA?"
MAGA.
to each other? Yo, sketch.
My MAGA, my
I
MAGA.
think we've got a sketch.
My MAGA, my MAGA.
Yo, what was that song? What was that song by?
MAGA's in Paris?
No, Trinidad James. Son, what was it, Trinidad James?
MAGA,
song?
MAGA, MAGA.
Yeah,
MAGA, MAGA.
Yo, Trump got to come out to that. Ooh, that was slap, boy.
I'm still fucked up just about him what he did in the White House where he gave all them kids cheeseburgers and stuff.
Gangster.
He cheap as fuck. He didn't have Chick-fil-A
Gangster.
up there.
My MAGA.
Goddamn MAGA.
What you were saying now?
Oh, I think
Wasn't that funny though?
did Nick saw the
My MAGA kind of funny.
I come from them. Nah.
Is it too close to home?
No. Nick Cannon level corny. A little bit. No, more so like Bow Wow. Bow Wow corny.
So Nick recognizes trends, and I think he saw the woke trend popping. He put on that head wrap, and he was like, "Nah, I'm gonna get ahead of this." And now he's ahead of this. Now he's woke Nick, and Nick is.
But the
letting
woke
us
community
know-
don't necessarily like Nick, though.
Don't matter, because what Nick does, which is so brilliant, is he doesn't tap into he doesn't tap into the tiny little niche thing. He takes that tiny little niche thing and makes it available for everybody. So he Walmart's niche,
Yeah.
right? So if you guys are going to do woke right here, just in this little space on Twitter and nobody else hears it, Nick is going to make it big for everyone.
Listen, let me tell you something. I fuck with Nick because Nick is a man. Like I don't like I said, I don't know what the definition of masculinity is, but he's a man. And the reason I know Nick is a man is when he did his motherfucking stand-up special on Showtime, and NBC tried to get on him over that shit. He's like, yo, y'all gonna motherfucking tell me how to do my comedy?
Out.
You know how many motherfuckers would have stuck with that NBC check? Like would have just held on to that shit and compromised themselves for that check? Yeah. Now look, he's with Fox. You know what I'm saying?
He's a smart person because like he didn't put all his eggs in one basket.
Boom.
That's the thing I appreciate about him.
And that's
what men do.
So it's like he could walk away from certain things anyway.
Yeah.
But I respect the fuck out of it.
I respect it. Because some people wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Some people would be like, nah, I don't want to fuck up with NBC. I want to hold on to this check.
Right.
Some things mean more to others than they do to other people. You know what I'm saying? His comedy and his voice meant more to him than the NBC check. I respect the fuck out of that.
Yeah. Who's somebody you have respect for that compromise themselves for a check?
I'm sure I can think of somebody, but I can't think of somebody right now. Who the fuck? I don't know. Give me some names.
I can't think of none right now.
I can't think. Who the fuck? I mean, I'm sure there is some.
The only thing I can think about is like somebody like getting disrespected on their own show. Instead, you know, like talking up about it.
What you mean?
Like who? Give me some examples.
Academics. Like when I used to like him until like I saw like Joe kept on like roasting him like that, or even like how Soulja Boy was with y'all, and then he went on Everyday Struggle and just wilded out like that. Like I had like a cringing feeling in my stomach.
But I mean, you know, I'm not mad at Act for stuff like that because, yo, why get in the way of good content? I've had people come on Breakfast Club and do that shit, especially early on.
That's one thing, but it's like a far line. Like, and I felt as though Soulja Boy was like crossing that line plenty of times. Like with you, like I remember you saying like you better stop like talking loud like that. Like he respected you.
Yeah, but then you can go back to a Frederick Starr. Frederick Starr was like, you pussy, bitch ass nigga. And I mean, yo, I did tell Frederick you need 5 minutes. You want to get 5 minutes? But other than that, it's like I ain't tripping off that. Like when you're a host in that situation, let him go.
Here's a question.
But you wouldn't feel funny about that afterwards,
Justin?
I don't think so.
Did you watch it?
What, the whole thing?
Did you watch any of it?
Yeah, I watched both. The Breakfast Club and
So then it worked.
But I mean, like, your integrity, though. That's the whole thing.
His integrity is probably tied to the content. And if he's got people watching and that's what he wants to do.
I know, but I mean, at the end of the day, like, how do you feel in your stomach as a man? You like...
But
they
pieced it up at the end, though. Like, Soulja gave him dap and they hugged.
I know, but I'm just saying, it's only, like, so far. Because, like, the way I was watching him, like talking crazy to him, like, it looked like some, like, bullying type shit you would see in, like, in high school. Like, I don't know. I just shook my head. Like, content is everything, but... It's only so long when it comes like to your manhood.
McGregor and Mayweather said wild disrespectful shit to each other in the build-up of their fight, and they both made over $100 million over that fight. Yeah. I think you'd stomach a lot for $100 million.
Shit, Joe.
How much would you take for $100 million?
I mean, I feel as though like with sports, is different. It's like more of a show. You know, with this type of stuff, you know, like it's like more so.
Rap
like with
is sports. Rap is sport.
I mean, it's still based in reality, though.
No, it's not.
Justin, I think it's not, and I think that host and guests know. We're both here to serve a purpose.
Boom.
You know what I'm saying? And we both win at the end of the day. Just don't put your fucking hands on me. You know what I'm saying? Don't put your hands on me and get too disrespectful. And don't tell me suck your dick.
That's
you know
the thing about
Unless
like
you want your dick sucked.
Yeah, that's why I don't understand. That's
like with Khabib and McGregor.
That's why I don't
the thing
understand
about
that
Khabib that fucked up is like Khabib didn't realize like he's so upset of all the shit that McGregor said, but McGregor sold the fuck out of that fight.
That's
he's
all
the reason
doing.
why you getting all those fucking millions. So
McGregor went too far and he took the bait.
He took the bait, but so did the general public. So did all of us. That venue was sold the fuck out. That pay-per-view is sold the fuck out. So it's like on some level, when you see the check for that fight, you got to have a little gratitude.
Yeah, I can't. I feel what you're saying, Justin, but I've been over that in my life as far as like my career. Like, you know, okay, so the artist flips out. He like when Beanie Siegel was on there, Beanie Siegel was like, "Oh, so I think you pussy or whatever, so I should leave." I'm like, "Yeah." Why would you sit there and talk to a pussy?
I love talking to a pussy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and he sat back down because it's just like, what do you want me to do? Get mad? Well, yeah, you know, I ain't no pussy.
I mean, that's another thing too. Like he embarrassed himself on that too. Like, why would you? That's talking too much. Like
that's what I'm saying. So let him go.
It just makes you like lose respect for it. I mean, like I understand like what y'all saying. Like, but
you just don't like Ack because he's fat.
Probably.
If Ack was in shape, you would not feel. I promise you, if Ack was in shape, people would not look at Ack the way that they do.
But
he's fat.
Yeah.
So they don't really respect him. They look at him as like a fucking, you're lazy, you're a sloth.
You look like he don't wash up too.
That's what I'm saying.
You're like the type of boy that wear the same drawers like all week.
See, that's what I'm saying. All Ack got to do is get in shape. People will respect him, bro. If I was sitting there as a fat slob on Breakfast Club, nobody would want to hear the fuck. Shut your fat ass up. That's how Soldier responded to him. Ack was trying to have a serious conversation with Soldier.
But you see what I mean, though? Would that happen on your platform?
No, because I'm in shape.
No, that disrespect.
Killer Mike, fat.
No, big.
No.
Oh,
no. Killer Mike is fat. We listen to everything he says.
Killer Mike ain't like.
That's the globe.
He ain't like nasty fat though.
Nah, Mike could lose a little bit.
Killer Mike ain't academics, man. Y'all ain't gonna do that to my bro Mike now.
I mean,
Mike is bigger than
he's also 6'6".
I mean, they both like run down the street. Both their tails gonna be flapping anyway. They both
right,
big.
You better have that same energy when Killer Mike run up on you.
He not gonna run.
But okay, all right.
My point being,
different level of intellect.
My point being, Killer Mike, we look at least I look at as a genius. Like I truly think
maybe
he's
that's what it is. Maybe it's
fucking
his intellect.
genius.
Yeah.
So I don't care whether he's fat, skinny. I don't give a fuck. I just want to listen to the guy talk. I want to pick his brain. I just want to learn shit about how he feels about the world when I look at Mike. So maybe I guess you're right. Maybe it has to do with just maybe we love or people love the content that Ack puts out.
Yeah.
And the access to that content. Like he is a portal for that content. I
think people just want to see
maybe we're not in love with.
I think people just love to see like what's going to happen to him next.
It's a lot of Biggie Smalls with all of this though. Because Biggie was a sex symbol to a lot of women, but it was because of his charisma and his talent. You know what I'm saying? Biggie was a fly dude. Like Biggie made you feel like he was fly just because of he was like, yo, first of all, this dude is genius level musically.
Yeah.
Like his
So that's Mike.
Yeah.
You see the ugliest dudes with the prettiest women?
Me. Oh, nobody thinks I'm
I
ugly.
mean, if you down yourself like that, none of us want to say.
I understand why everybody got quiet. It's like, you're not ugly. Nobody wanted to say it. You know what I mean? But y'all was thinking it.
No, I wasn't thinking about it at all.
How you gonna play your own stuff?
I was like, I thought you faithful. I didn't. You back out here in them streets?
Oh, a woman called the Breakfast Club this week giving me my props.
What did she say?
Little girl, a woman named Kayla. You know what I'm saying? She just called, expressing how sexy I am.
Really?
You know what I mean? I turned her on and she
White
take
girl?
me from my wife. Nah, she was black, you know what I'm saying? I just think that, it's really dope for women to call cosmetically challenged dudes attractive because I really feel like that's how you get into heaven.
What's your overweight though?
Huh?
What's your overweight?
Doesn't matter. Why do we care about things like that? Take the motherfucking compliment.
Overweight?
Who cares? Overweight? Who gives a fuck if she's overweight or not, Justin? Don't you like big girls?
Back and forth.
Every guy in Philly lost their virginity to a 250-pounder. I'm convinced. Kevin Hart, Will Smith.
A big girl broke my baby.
Yeah.
250 not fat?
Are they known as fat girls? The girls from Philly?
Philly was the fattest city in America at one point.
You might be talking about the girls in North Philly, not.
I was
why you coming at me?
I was told, and I don't know if this is true.
Did you
but
feel the ground shake?
I did feel that.
Fucking...
No, I didn't. Really.
I didn't want to say nothing. I
didn't
saw
want
you
to
do
say
like
anything.
this. You just trembled a little.
Is everything fine? Should we get out of here? I was told that girls in Philly have the legs where the knee kind of bends even a little bit further back.
Yes.
That most girls in Philly are built like that. Do you know?
Yes.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
The girls that have knees where it looks like a gazelle. Yeah, no, not bow-legged out, bow-legged back.
Look like you ain't got no kneecap.
Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's like the knee extends the
so much
opposite
fat?
direction. Maybe it's a lot of weight and it's just kind of pressing down, so it kind of buckles. This is not. You've never heard anything like that?
No way.
That's what I've heard.
They always say the Liberty Bell cracked because of how dense women are in Philly. Like some of them are so big.
I didn't hear that.
There was a New Yorker that did it. That actually cracked it.
Really?
Yeah, it was a New Yorker.
For real?
I mean, we weren't being serious, Justin. we don't know. I don't know who cracked the Liberty Bell. I really don't. Who cracked it?
A fat white man named Craig.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact?
No.
No.
Jesus Christ. All right, let's pay some bills. I got to call a timeout. I got to call a timeout. We're going to bench Carmelo for a second. Like, Carmelo, sit down. Hymns. 66% of men lose their hair by age 35. Thankfully, baldness can be optional thanks to forhims.com, a one-stop shop for hair loss, skincare, and sexual wellness for men. All right? I'm thinking about it.
Bro, you got to do it. Stop
I'm not
playing.
thinking about using Hims. I fuck with Hims. I'm thinking about it for my receding hairline.
What do you mean?
It's something that I want to do. I'm really thinking about getting a hairline. Bro.
Yeah, why would you not?
Why not, right?
Bro, people knock midlife crisis. If you don't have a midlife crisis, you're a fucking idiot.
I don't think it's a midlife crisis.
You're having a midlife crisis. It's fine.
I just want to do it. I'm like,
Bro.
if they're out there to be done, why not get it done?
You're having a midlife crisis. It's fine. You built a club in your house. Midlife crisis shit, okay? But it's okay because you realize you're going to die soon and you might as well get all the good, cool things out of life.
I got about 50 more years.
You think you're going to live till
90.
90?
Yeah.
I could see. How tall are you?
5'6".
5. Yeah. You got a good 90 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm 90.
You're like a Yorkie.
Yes.
What? They live longer.
We do.
Dude,
Yorkies
us
live
tall
longer.
guys, we live to like 50 years old, bro. It's tough. We have the life expectancy of like a
So why not get the hairline?
lineman. Bro, I've been on this shit for 10 years.
Oh, you fuck with Hims?
I've used the active ingredient from it. Yeah.
Okay.
Finasteride.
Got you. Well, Hims connects you with real doctors and medical grade solutions to treat hair loss. All right. There are well-known generic equivalents to name brand prescriptions to help you keep your hair, but these aren't the snake oil pills or gas station counter supplements. All right. Go to forhims.com, answer a few quick questions, and a doctor will review and can prescribe you whatever you need. Then the products are shipped directly to your door. No more waiting rooms and no more awkward doctor visits. All right. Order now. Brilliant Idiot listeners get a trial month of Hims for just $5 today, right now while supplies last. See website for full details. This will cost you about $100 if you went to the doctor or a pharmacy. Go to forhims.com/BI. That's FORHIMS.com/BI. Forhims.com/BI. You know, you brought up a good point, Andrew. You asked me, what was the last thing that I thought but didn't say?
Yeah.
And it's funny because I heard somebody speaking the same thoughts that I was having this week. And when I heard him say it, I was like, why? I literally was like, why? I was like, why?
Can you say?
Nah, I'm not going to say. But I was just like, why? I was like, and the reason I said why.
Who said it?
It don't matter. But the reason I said why is because you realize how pointless some things are, especially when you hear them from other people. Because I'm like, why are you taking the heat for that? Like, we say enough things that we really care about, that we really stand on, that we take heat for all the motherfucking time.
Yes.
Why am I going to have other motherfuckers shooting at me for some shit that I really don't even care about like that?
Dude, that's a very good point.
I don't have to just talk to be heard.
What is the saying? Die on the cross. Like, this is not the cross to die.
It's not the cross to die on.
Yeah.
If I anything I've ever said that I've gotten in trouble for, I'm like, all right.
I'll go down with this ship.
Yeah, because I can understand what the broader thing.
Yes.
Like the things people have actually gotten mad at me for and given me backlash for. We eventually got to the point in life where we could have the real conversation. Whether it was the woke woman of color tweeting, and we just, we needed some more black women voices to lift up and empower.
Yeah.
We got to that. You understand what I'm saying? Whether it's the conversations about rape culture. I feel like we've gotten to that. Where we're having real conversations about mental health. Like I don't know if you got backlash for it. Yeah, I never got backlash for that.
But maybe initially they'd be like, oh, you anxious? Maybe you've been like a little teased about it. But I think now you've actually started a good discussion on it.
Yeah. But the moral of the story is we always get to a broader conversation.
Yeah.
There's no broader conversation to be had with some shit. Because some shit you either believe or you don't.
Yeah.
And if you don't believe it, it don't make sense for me to get on here publicly like, I don't believe that shit. Why does it matter?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? What the fuck does it matter in the grander scheme of things? We got group chats. We go to dinner.
Yeah, it's like we need to get this shit out, but there are places you could get it out.
I do not have to take that shit to social media for fucking what? Why? What is the reason?
Yeah.
Like, nobody gives a fuck about that shit. So yes,
because you're gonna have to die on some crosses, yo.
Real crosses.
You're gonna have to die on some real crosses. So choose the ones that you want.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like honestly, this career in a lot of ways is like playing poker. Like you need to go all in. You're in a tournament. You're going to have to go all in. Just make sure you got the cards that you want to go all in.
Absolutely.
And there's a chance you could lose. Like, we could probably look back at both of our careers and find moments, right? Where, like, even that Ray J interview, right? Just the moment. You could have been like, yo, cut this shit off. That's not going to be cool. Don't play it. Right?
Yeah.
But you go all in. You go, fuck it. We're going all in. Run it.
Yeah.
Boom. Explosive moment for the Breakfast Club. You know, shit, I could have not released any of my stand-up. I could just got upset and kept trying to sell it to a network, but boom. So it's like every once in a while you need to go all the fuck in. You could lose it all or you could gain it all.
Yeah, but there's certain things that it just don't.
Certain things aren't worth going all in on.
It's not even like because if somebody was there, I run things through my mind, right? And I'm like, all right, if I speak on this, what is the reason for me speaking on this?
Right. Do I just want a couple retweets?
Do I just want content? Am I just trying to fill up content for my radio show, my podcast? Like, nah, man, shit got to mean something. Like, we had a real conversation. Like, listen, I have been intrigued by Andy, the Blowjob King, from the Fyre Festival documentary since that motherfucker came out.
Can I tell you the best joke that I heard about it?
Talk to me.
Holy shit, Dave Attell, great comic. He didn't even see the documentary. We're telling him about the meme where it's like, how would you like to pay? Amex, MasterCard, Visa, Andy? Have you seen that meme?
Yeah.
He was like, who's that guy? And I'm like, dude, he was willing to suck dick for like 175,000 gallons of water in the Bahamas. And he goes, we need that guy in Flint.
Jesus Christ.
Bro.
Yeah.
That shit.
How the fuck I didn't think of it?
How did I not think of it? Son, I was furious,
did I not think of that,
The dude didn't even watch the doc, but he's just such a comedic genius. Immediately goes. I'm like, bro,
that's low hanging fruit. Like, that was a no brainer.
Nah, that's good because you got to take it there.
It's amazing.
It's so good because it's so sharp. It's not low hanging fruit. It's a great joke, but it
makes perfect sense,
son. We need him as the mayor of Flint.
It's really not a dark joke.
That's crazy.
Dart. I said dart.
Oh, dart.
Like it hits you right in the fucking chest.
Like a dick in the mouth.
Boom.
That's what I'm talking about.
Or like a glass of fresh water.
Yes. And I've been watching Andy for 2 weeks. Right. And I was just like, damn, yo. Everybody giving this man flack. I respect what the fuck he was willing to do.
Son.
So it made me today on the radio say, let's ask a question.
What would he?
Ladies, no equality. This is a no equality topic. I'm talking strictly to the guys.
Yeah.
What are you willing to suck dick for?
Good call. Let's start with you.
I mean, it's the basics for me. It's just like survival. If I was in a situation where somebody had my wife tied up and my kids and like...
Forget that. Would you do it to save one black life?
Who's the life? Who's the life? Who's the life? I need to know who the life is.
Martin Luther King.
Nielsen? I'm not out here just looking
Martin
for
Luther
random
King.
lives.
One black life, right?
Who's the life?
YG.
Sorry, YG. I can't suck no dick for YG. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. No.
Malcolm X.
He got that.
Malcolm
already
X.
dead.
No.
Save him.
No. Save now. Now. Let's go. Obviously, when you think about the big, black cultural figures, you're going to want to save them. But we got to see how much you care about certain people. Chief Keef.
Oh, nah.
He got to die.
Not sucking no dick for Chief Keef.
What about not Beyonce, not Kelly, Michelle?
I'll probably suck some dick to save me. I fuck with Tanitra. I like Tanitra. That's my partner. You know what I'm saying? That's my homie. You know what I mean? Tanitra, my peoples. I fuck with Tanitra. I like what Tanitra represents a lot. You know what I'm saying? She's out here being a great advocate for mental health, and plus I know her. Like I've been knowing Michelle
so that's
for like
your
over
friend.
a decade.
Okay.
Like I like Michelle. So
Okay.
if that was the only means of her surviving,
Yeah.
I'd suck a dick.
Okay. Would you suck a dick?
Is this masculinity?
Would you suck a dick? Wait a minute. Ready? Would you suck a dick to save? You ready for it? Wax.
No, Wax gotta suck his own dick. He gotta suck his own dick. Because if you would want me to suck your dick, then you would rather let the 6'6", 250-pound black man suck your dick. You know what I'm saying? Why would you want me to suck it? You know what I'm saying? You got Wax. You got him where you want him. Tell him if he wants to get out of this situation. You gotta suck some dick.
Bro!
Now, who would you suck dick for?
You gotta ask me.
Would you suck dick? Mm-hmm. I don't want to ask you. Just tell me. What would you do?
No, I had to give you the scenarios.
But it don't have to be a person. Like, what is the scenario?
Yeah, but it's way less gay if you present it to me. I'm not sitting here like, I'd suck dick for
the border wall.
Would I suck dick
for the $5.2 billion
to bring up the border wall?
Yeah.
No, bienvenidos. Welcome to America, Mexicans. I don't care about the wall. I don't need the wall at all.
Okay, you wouldn't suck dick for the wall. Let me think. Okay,
go.
this is personal.
Ooh.
We haven't talked about Greg in a minute, so I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know what Greg's condition is.
Yeah, he's actually doing great.
Okay,
Yeah.
so if you could
Just got his
eliminate
car.
if you could eliminate whatever
Yes.
the schizophrenia or whatever,
Yes.
would you suck dick?
Yes, in a heartbeat.
All right, Justin, what about you? What would you suck dick for, Justin? Lifetime supply of paint. All the pencils and stencils you can handle.
He's thinking about it. I know, so you get paint.
I don't even care about paint. I use my computer.
All right. Lifetime supply of electricity.
Nah.
Don't be afraid to say what you would suck dick for, Justin.
No, you got to ask him. That's the thing. You got to ask the question. Like, okay, would you suck dick? Would you suck dick to
Would you suck dick
No, I got
if you
one.
could go back in time and really have the Philadelphia Eagles beat the New England Patriots in the Super Bowl?
They already did that.
No, I'm talking about when Donovan McNabb and Terrell Owens then was playing to get that other ring.
Not for them, probably for Iverson.
for Iverson?
Great fucking. Would you suck dick for Allen Iverson to win a ring as a Philadelphia 76er?
To beat the Lakers.
Reluctantly, but probably so.
Well, yeah, you don't have to do it hard. Okay, would you suck dick? yeah. You're not gonna get into it. Okay, would you suck dick to have enthusiasm?
Nah, I like being low key like this.
You
It
like
throws
being
people
low key.
off.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's actually the
Bunch of
guy.
attention.
Justin's the guy I would not ask for head, by the way.
Yo, yeah, it's gonna take forever.
Nah.
Yo, halfway through
Listen,
that dick sucking back.
listen.
All right, just
It
let
might
the
be
Eagles win.
autistic. It might be.
Listen. I don't force no female to do nothing. If she want to do it, she'll do it.
We're not talking about females.
I don't know what's going on
we
right now.
specifically said this is a
My bad.
I got no.
this is an all dicks matter conversation, Justin. Okay, this has nothing to do with women right now. But the moral of the story is, I respect Andy.
This guy.
Okay, and it's about motherfucking survival at the end of the day. That's what it's about.
Yeah. He's willing to. Well, yeah. He's willing to.
Everybody
survive.
need an Andy on their motherfucking team.
That's a fact. Who's your Andy?
I don't think I got one.
That's where you fucking up.
Listen, I need somebody. Yo, man, Andy is so real. Andy didn't even ask. Is
like-
that the only deal they offered? Like Andy, like the guy said, you got to come suck this dick for
No
water.
pushback at all.
At all. Andy didn't say, well,
Hand job? What about hand job?
Andy didn't say who requested this. Like no, he didn't say nothing. He said he went home, took a shower, and goggled. My God. Come on, man. Get you an Andy.
Real talk. He just dropped the best resume ever.
What?
Like, he don't need work experience. Not like that is your resume. When you go to any job interview for the rest of your life, you just play that one clip from, what is it called? Fyre Fest.
Firefest. Firehead.
Firehead.
Yes.
Well, we don't know if it was fire.
Listen, first of all, if I come to you and I be like, yo, I need you to go suck this dude's dick,
Yeah.
I clearly know how fire your head is. You wouldn't send your weakest soldier into a battle like that.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Billy either knew from firsthand experience
Right.
or he heard about Andy. And Andy said he don't want to be known as the blowjob king, as if that's a bad title.
Nah, you're the blowjob king, bro.
Superhead made a living off being the blowjob queen.
Facts.
So why the fuck can't Andy be the blowjob king? Get you a little Burger King crown with dicks on it instead of motherfucking the pointy little shit. That shit'll be fire. Why can't you be the blowjob king?
I wonder what else he done in his life if he thought that was cool.
I mean, what more do you need to do? If you're willing to suck random dicks, I don't think it's much more you need to do. You want to talk about 21 Savage? Hard turn.
Oh shit, let's talk about it.
He got picked up by ICE.
Yo, ICE out here, man.
I think that this is a bigger play. And it's kind of what I thought happened is happening. 21 Savage, he's been in the street for a while. You know what I'm saying? I think the Atlanta Police Department knows that. I think that ICE was an excuse. And I think that once they got him into custody, they was going to just try to throw some charges on him and see what stuck. Mm-hmm. And now they're saying after a few days, they're saying they caught him with a Glock 9. So that's what they're trying to pin on him now, which will be enough for deportation. You know what I'm saying? Because I just don't understand how a man can be.
Can't he be deported anyway? Is he legally here? Does he have a visa?
He's been here since he was 5.
12.
No, 5. That was the misconception. The misconception, like they said it was 12. He's been here since he was 5 years old.
So he's from Atlanta. This idea that he's not from Atlanta. It's like if you...
most of you rappers from Atlanta ain't from Atlanta. Y'all weren't born in Atlanta. Like y'all might
right.
You were just like him. You weren't born there, but you were raised there.
Right.
So like, what's the problem? Like,
yeah,
I never.
Then he trying to get his visa renewed, but it took 4 years.
He's been on the waiting list.
Yeah,
he's a legal resident of the United States of America.
His visa expired. He got here in 2005 when he was 5, or 2004. His visa expired.
Okay,
his visa expired, so he's been here since 2006 illegally. You know what I mean? But it was something about when he turned 18. I don't want to misquote the situation, but when he turned 18, he had to start the process himself. His mom couldn't do it for him.
Yes.
So he's just been in this holding period, waiting to be approved for his visa.
So he has a social security number that he's been using to get paid by and all this other stuff. That's the thing that was most confusing to me. It's like when you fill out paperwork. I mean, you've done this in your career. Like, they ask for the social, and they cannot pay you unless you have the social. Simple as that. So he must have some sort of number. They knew he was here. He's not a question.
Signed to a record deal. He pays taxes here.
Boom.
Has he ever done tours overseas?
No. Never did no tours overseas.
Oh, he never left.
Not that I know of.
Because if he goes overseas, he won't be able to come back.
Exactly.
And I remember him saying on a Rap Radar interview that he just started flying private everywhere because he don't like the hassle of commercial flights. I know he drove to his first Breakfast Club interview. So I mean, yo, you're aware of some things. It's not like he can go around saying, "Hey, I'm an illegal immigrant." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He was going through the process of getting his shit together. All I know is this man got 3 kids that were born here that are all legal immigrants.
What type of example they trying to do with him?
I have no idea, but I think that he's going to become a great example for this illegal immigration situation. Because I'm going to be totally honest, I wasn't really paying it much attention.
Right.
Like, I'm very familiar with it, you know what I'm saying? But I never really dug into the details. I just knew that it was wrong on a lot of levels. But when you see it happen to somebody like him, a guy that you know has been being here, at least for the past few years, being a very productive citizen, got kids here, does charity events, you know what I'm saying, pays his taxes, to see them lock him up and say, yo, he's not supposed to be here, and he's been here since 5, like, huh?
I feel as though it's a setup for it to happen on Super Bowl weekend that make the news even bigger about it. So it's been a setup. They try and make an example
but
out of him.
It's going to work for him.
For all immigrants. That's what I think.
It's going to work for him, though.
I
think he's going to become, for the whole illegal immigration conversation, what Meek Mill is the prison room.
Jay-Z coming to help out too, right?
I just think he's going to become the poster child for it. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that it's a lot of things that he went through that a lot of illegal immigrants go through in this country, but they don't have the voice
that's relatable.
Yeah, they don't have the voice to talk about it. Now, 21 can talk about his situation. You know what I'm saying? He can talk about, I've been here since I was 5. My visa expired. For X, Y, and Z reasons, they've been holding me up on my visa. You know what I mean? Like he can have the conversation, and then we can all look at it and be like, that is kind of stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, is 21 Savage a threat to our democracy? Is he a menace to society in any way, shape, or form?
If he was being honest, he was.
That's a scary thing.
He could also be the worst case scenario for the immigration conversation, because now you have somebody who came here illegally and then did a lot of the things that these people who don't want illegal immigration are talking about, right? He did crime in the community. He was involved in drugs. He's checking off a few of the boxes that Trump and the MAGA people are talking about. So if he becomes this figurehead of change, which clearly he has done, he can also be the figure. People can also go, yeah, but how many 21 Savages are there? How many people are there really?
It seems like it's a lot. Like I read something about a couple from Pakistan who've been here forever, opened up a pizza restaurant and was making mad money off the pizza restaurant.
Cultural appropriation.
And they sent them right back. They sent them back to Pakistan.
Yeah.
Like, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think that if you're allowed to open a business here, if you're allowed to pay taxes here, it's got to be some type of different stipulations for you, bro.
Did you watch the State of the Union?
I did.
What'd you think?
I thought it was solid. I mean,
that shit was fire, bro.
He had an extra 35 days to prepare because of the government shutdown. This shit better have been motherfucking fire.
He was prepared.
Motherfucker. Like, what the fuck? You better have read this fucking speech 20 motherfucking times and know how to get this shit off.
No, the shit was cool. Very well written. Whoever put that shit together knew exactly what they're doing. It was very kind of like...
He's a terrible orator, though, bro.
I don't think he is, but like, you and him, for example, have different gifts with it. I think what he does is he speaks in a simple way.
Don't put me in the same level as Trump with oration, bro. I'm Obama, Martin Luther King level. Don't
sure. But there is something to simplicity. There is a reason why we follow people that can really simplify things. And he speaks in a way that's very simple. So there are certain times where if Obama wants to flex, or like Michael Eric Dyson, I always, every like few weeks, I text you about Dyson. And I'm just like, this guy is fucking unreal. Right? Not even vocabulary, just the way, I mean, just fucking brilliant. It's an instrument for him. He's Jimi Hendrix of speaking, right?
Yeah.
Trump is not that. But sometimes when Mike says all those things, it goes over people's heads. Yes. You're like, well, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, man. You got a nice rhythm, but I have no fucking clue.
Yeah.
Trump, you're not missing anything. And I think that there is an advantage to that.
Donald Trump is very petty, too. He had 2 times to give shout-outs and he didn't.
To whom?
He didn't shout out Van Jones for the First Step Back.
Right.
And he didn't shout out Kim Kardashian for Alice Marie Johnson. He said, I was introduced to her from my friends.
Oh,
like no, you got to know the room, bro. You got to know you on every channel.
Oh yeah, shouts to Van.
Give a little pop culture nods.
Yeah.
Don't turn into a full politician on
That's
us.
why Van was salty afterwards. I saw him going in on that State of the Union.
Yeah,
it was horrible. This, that, the other. Because that's the thing. It wasn't horrible because it was, in my opinion, very bipartisan. Right? Like he starts it with, "Hey, we agree on a lot of shit." And then goes through all the things they agree on. And I think, regardless if it's true or not true, right? I think whoever put together that speech, the immigration argument, was said very brilliantly, right?
He's still pissed off people that are against
He's going to piss him off. But the illegal immigration argument was this. He goes, and I'm going to fuck it up, but he goes, when people illegally immigrate, right, like 1 in 3 of the women that come over are getting sexually assaulted. X percentage of these women are getting sent, sold into like sexual slavery and that kind of shit. 1 in 4 is being this, that, the other, like families broken apart. He gave all these statistics, and the statistics essentially said, and then he goes, I'm going to fuck it up, but it was like illegal immigrate, like being light on illegal immigration is actually being light on the harm that it's doing. But it's essentially, he was like, by not caring about this, you're supporting 1 in 3 women getting...
I see what you're saying. I remember that point.
And I was like, yo, that's a great way to position it. Because he said right before, he goes, I want as many immigrants to come into this country as possible legally. So now he's like, yo, we're not against immigrants. Come in, please. Let's do it. But then when you allow this to happen, you're supporting the molestation of these girls and the sexual assault of these girls, sexual slavery of these girls. The second he positions the Dems as supportive of sexual assault, they gotta backtrack.
Yeah.
Like it was a very great chess move.
Yeah, I mean, it was. Listen, I thought it was a good speech. I don't know anything else to say. You know what I'm saying? It was a good speech. It was cool. I don't believe any of it. But it was cool. It was executed well.
It was complete horseshit. None of it can actually happen. But he touched all the right heartstrings, right? Like it was like, I'm going to get the veterans to come up, and I'm going to get like, there was that moment where they was saluting the American that freed Dachau, the concentration camp. And he was telling the story about how his father, was like, when they saw the plane coming down, they were all nervous. They thought that it was about to be over. And they're like, no, it's the Americans. It's Americans. Like, shit, as an American, I felt fucking proud. I was like, yo, that's our culture. That's what we did, man. We fucking liberated these people. And I don't know, there were moments which I thought were powerful in it,
So?
MAGA.
I was waiting on the period.
No,
No, punctuation.
There was even a moment with like the women that dressed up all in white. You know, where he was saluting like the women in Congress,
Yeah.
and they were kind of like all getting into it and shit like that.
I think I might do that this year, though.
What's
I
that?
think I might do that for the next year and a half.
Do what?
Act pro MAGA. And throw everybody off, but then go vote for who the fuck I'm really gonna vote for.
Give me it.
I just think it's like you got to destroy the machine from the inside. Just go in and like, MAGA!
Trojan horse, bro.
Now you make all the white people like, I don't fuck with this shit no more. This motherfucking Trump winning people over like this nigga. Like, I ain't fucking.
Bro.
I ain't fucking with this shit no more. You know
Real
what I'm
talk,
saying?
that's how you do it.
What do you think, Justin?
Son, it's just like
Listen, I'm just gonna say this, man. Like being on here is like really intimidating. Like for somebody coming
Why?
here between y'all two, because like I just feel like real intimidating. I was listening to him, then as soon as you said, I forgot everything he said. Like for real shit. Like it's like really intimidating being up here. I can't even hold
Justin,
you.
why, man? You my partner, man.
come on, man.
No, it's just because like always like watching the both of y'all and stuff like that. Like it's still kind of like funny for me like to like be like in front of like like people like y'all in this field. So like of course I'm gonna say like a whole bunch of things that, like it may sound stupid and things like that. 'Cause I'm still trying to get adjusted to it.
You don't sound stupid, Justin.
We're just
You
fucking
sound
with you,
like
man.
Justin.
It's
And I
what we
like
do.
Justin. I like Justin, my guy.
No, I'm saying that I'm being like for real for good things I wouldn't normally like splurt out and things like that. Like it's a real intimidating thing. I'm still getting used to like this all of this.
Justin, repeat
Take
after
a deep
me.
breath. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath.
Like where's my fat? What's my
MAGA!
I don't need no mega. No. I need me a fat Philly chick right now. That'll make me feel better.
That's the noise that fat Philly chicks make when they fucking sit down in Iskabibbles. MAGA. You want some water?
So we don't have any. What's that cheese whip? We don't got cheese whip. Sir, we don't got any whiz. Miss, we don't have any whiz.
If you go in Iskabibbles tonight around midnight, you probably see like 2 or 3 250, 300-pound women. Yeah. And if you listen closely to them breathe.
Yeah. Bro.
Just pay attention, I'm telling you. You'll hear it.
Bro, why do you hear their tonsils when they breathe, fat people? What is it? Do their tonsils get fat? Is that what happens?
Listen, before we leave, I want to salute to my man Aaron McGregor.
What Aaron do?
In the Boondocks, Aaron released
Oh, yo, your corns. Did you get them down? Can you show them?
I got him shaved off.
Can we see?
Aaron McGregor got Aaron McGregor started doing the Boondocks comic strips again.
Ooh. I don't know if they took anything off, bro.
It doesn't.
Nah, shit, I can feel the difference.
Really?
Hell yeah.
It's just it's a discoloration.
I don't see nothing different with you either, Taylor.
Whoa.
And you got Aruba in 3 weeks.
Don't. You know I look slim. Don't even try it. Don't even try it.
I noticed you've been dieting, but I don't see no change. Okay, you got Aruba in 3 weeks, though. You better get it right for the gram.
What's happening in Aruba? What's happening in Aruba?
I'm going to show off.
Yo, she been planning this shit since January 4th when we got back. She been talking about this shit since January. Aruba in March.
Really?
You see, I was a hater.
Wait, are you going there to shoot Michaela's new music video?
What? What?
Oh, you know Michaela shooting her video in Aruba?
Oh, yeah.
She didn't tell you?
What are you talking about?
Michaela shooting her
Michaela's
music video in
song.
Aruba.
She's shooting the music video in
Tiana
Aruba.
Taylor's doing it for real in Aruba.
Is she?
Yeah.
Wait.
Not at the same time.
What's the date you going?
I'm going, you just said 4 weeks. Michaela,
What's the date?
When's she doing hers?
Like April something.
So I guess not.
No, that's April. No, March.
When are you going?
You're so full.
Wait a minute. I swear to God, I thought you were going for.
It's either the beginning of April or the end of April.
No,
I mean,
it's
beginning
March.
end of March or beginning of April.
Wait. I thought you were going there for the view. You're not going there. Those are totally separate.
Yes.
Wow. Y'all really don't fuck with each other, huh?
What are you talking about?
Y'all, you can't just let her go there and have her music video shoot. You got to go there and try to flex on her and shit like that. That's fucked up.
What? Wait, flex on her how? Because what are you trying to say about her body? Oh. Yeah, exactly. What are y'all trying to say?
Nobody said that, Taylor.
Yo.
You did that.
Okay.
You.
just said flex on her, bro. I said flex on her.
We could have just been talking about flexing and the fact that you on vacation and she not, but now she is. But you just like, oh, her body and my body.
Because y'all were just talking about, don't try to twist it around.
This is. I don't do stuff like that.
Yo, that's kind of crazy.
I would
bro.
never pit my sisters against each other.
Charlotte, you got to get your house in line, bro. I don't like all this beef happening.
I would
really
never pit my
gotta get
sisters against each other.
But it seems like they are. Do you think she knew you were going to Aruba and decided to shoot it there to take some shine from you? Really?
But listen, salute to Aaron Magruder.
Yeah, what
the
did Aaron
Boondocks
do?
is back. The comic scripts are out. I posted
That's a
6
good
of
move.
them. I posted 6 of them on my Instagram page this week. You can Google. They're put up on a bunch of sites, Bossip and Fader and Complex. Everybody posted them. So go look at Aaron Magruder. He's back with his comic scripts. He hasn't done them since like 2004. So
I think it's the right time.
I think it's the absolute
And
right
get
time.
some momentum going because this election is going to be crazy. And we have somebody who's a voice that we trust, we're
Yes.
interested in. And yeah, I think it's a great
And
idea.
just the way he's got the whole world of the Boondocks shaped now. Like Uncle Ruckus is like this fastest leader who's a diehard Trump supporter.
Oh, is it continuing from the thing or
What you mean continuing?
is it continuing from the show, the Boondocks, or is it just its own world now? It takes
it's the
place
world
in
of the
current time.
Boondocks.
Right.
It's just based off what's going on in America right now today. So yeah, salute to my guy Aaron Magruder. He's a motherfucking genius. I don't use that word. I just don't throw that shit around. I don't use that shit loosely. Aaron Magruder is a genius. And like he's very and his thought process for disconnecting purposely. Because he was like, if I'm so tapped into everything, how can I fucking create? You know what I'm saying? I'm too busy creating.
Son, that's why we couldn't find the Flint Fyre Festival joke.
Too connected.
We were too into the
Too
fucking
into
story.
it. Too watching Andy too fucking much instead of
Yup.
just taking a step back and seeing what this dick sucking is really all about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody thought the correlation between dick sucking and water. That's all you had to think about. You
Yeah.
forgot about the fucking water. Too worried about the goddamn dick suck.
It's fucked up. Goddamn.
Justin, anything you want to say before we leave?
I want to talk about Chris Brown.
What happened with Chris Brown?
Him and Offset.
Oh, what's going on with that?
I thought y'all were going to make that turn with 20
He keep on calling Offset Pootie Tang.
about the memes and stuff.
Wait, are they
Do
beefing?
you think I care about celebrities Twitter?
I'm
Yeah.
saying the 21 Savage memes.
Okay.
That's where.
Oh, where the 20? Oh, Chris Brown. Offset is upset about people posting 21 Savage memes. That's his boy though. So I get it. You know what I'm saying? And this is a serious situation, so I understand.
Wait, what about Demi Lovato was posting it or something? Did you guys hear about
Yeah.
that? What happened with that?
And Demi can't have it both ways either. Demi don't want nobody making jokes about her overdosing and making memes about that shit. So don't laugh at none of the 21 Savage memes.
There we go. I never understood that. Okay.
She was laughing at the jokes of him being British because that threw everybody off. That's
Right.
that's the most random thing. Like who wouldn't laugh about that?
But he's not
But the
British.
situation
It's not.
the situation not funny, but you know, like the fact that like find out that he was born in the UK is funny because that's the most random thing in the
It
world.
is random. I thought they were really funny, but I think what he's trying to say is that she's very sensitive about what people say about
Yes.
her on the
Oh
internet.
yeah, she don't.
It's two different things.
She literally replied to all the 21 Savage haters like, just because I laughed at that don't mean that y'all can clown me about my overdose. Yes, it does. On the
I think
internet.
everything's on the table,
I think
ain't it
it's-
now?
I
Oh,
think
okay,
it's-
yeah.
I think it's more so because she like tweeted saying these memes is better than the game instead of just posting the picture.
Yes, because nobody knew what memes she talking about. So when you say these 21 Savage memes are better than the game, we don't know what memes you talking about.
Them shit slapped, though, dude. Those memes were great.
I didn't really see too many funny ones.
Oh,
the funniest one was the one where he was rapping on the mic with the British accent.
Oh, I didn't see that. I like the quill.
The quill. What was the quill?
When he writes his rhymes with the feather.
No, we talking
I
about
like that.
when
He's not even-
21 said he in the booth.
He actually not even
What-
born in the
what
UK
was
though.
it?
Like them actual like British booths, some little red booths, phone booths.
But he was-
that was the funniest one.
But he was actually born. I mean, listen.
That's good.
I get the joke.
That's fucking good.
But he was
bro.
born on an island. He was born on Dominica. Dominica is owned by the UK. That's just like Anguilla's owned
Oh,
by
I
the
thought he
British.
was born in London.
No, he was born on the island of Dominica. That's like the Caribbean, damn near. I think that's the Caribbean, if I'm not mistaken.
Ain't
must
his-
be, yeah.
Ain't
That's
his
the
dad?
Caribbean.
Ain't his dad like a UK doctor?
No, his dad lives right in Brooklyn. His dad is on the Breakfast Club all the time, but nobody ever pays it any attention.
Talk about it.
I mean, Angela, you already blew it up.
Talk about it.
For real?
Yeah.
Who's his dad?
What's his name?
Amsu, Dr. Amsu.
Dr. Amsu, yeah.
Dr. Amsu.
So it's like, and Dr. Amsu posts about him all the time. So
But nobody put it together.
nobody put it together. Like, and his dad got an accent and all of that. His dad from Jamaica, I believe.
Right.
His dad from Jamaica, his mom from Dominicana. So,
Dominica.
what the fuck I said?
Dominicana.
She's from Cardi B. Okay? Cardi B is Dominicana, right?
No, Cardi B is Dominican.
She's not from
Oh, see, I ain't got time for all this shit. I did not see that. See, well, who was lazy enough to just name shit the same like that? That's too close to. There's no Americana. You know what I'm saying? Like, who would do that?
Yeah.
Bust down Americana. Come on, Taylor. Bust down Taylor. Hey.
What do you think of that guy, Blueface?
I don't.
Can I wear Blueface?
I don't. I mean, he cool. He's like a cool dude. What do you think of him, Justin? That's more your age range.
He all right. I mean, just like what? Because E40 like rap off beat. That's the only thing. Because everybody sound like basically the same. Like they sound like
E40
rapping, singing. That what everybody do.
Yeah.
E40 fire.
Yeah, E40 is a legend.
I haven't heard enough Blueface to say.
I mean, Bleed It is a cool track. I don't know why Tatiana is like blowing up. I don't like that
down,
song.
Tatiana.
No, it's that
Hey,
dance.
Hey. Bust
That
down,
dance.
Tatiana.
Yeah, because it sound like a YG song.
Bust down, Taylor. Hey. Bust down, Taylor. Hey.
No.
Bust down, Dominicana. Hey. Bust down, Dominicana. Hey.
But it threw me off. Like the thing that like him about like his contract when he said that on the Breakfast Club.
He don't know no better.
What happened? He got jerked?
Yeah, you know.
Really?
He signed it. They don't really know what he's
stuff like that scares me. Like
he
when
might
you
have
hear
just been
stuff like
playing
that.
coy. He might have just been playing dumb for the camera. You know what I'm saying?
What you
Like,
mean?
Acting like he don't know what's going on. Listen, man, sometimes you got to play a sucker to catch a sucker. Appear dumber than your mark sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm not saying that's the case. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt, but
There's just so many horror stories. It's like, do people like ever like learn about like contracts?
no.
Like,
They should, but they don't.
is it because like you're just too thirsty? Like the first
Yes.
opportunity come along?
Especially in the rap game.
It's hard to turn down opportunities, man. Like, don't you remember earlier in your career somebody threw you a little money or made you an offer for some shit? Like, it was hard to even negotiate that.
I would still be that way now. It's just that I'd be tired.
You can not do something and be good. I remember early in my comedy career, like somebody was like, "Hey, we want to give you this much." My instinct would be like, yes.
Yeah.
Even though I should have argued for more, but I was so worried and I needed that money that I couldn't. So imagine you're some fledgling or up and coming rapper. You want to be a rapper and somebody big gives you a
How
contract.
long were you doing comedy before you got offered your first contract like that?
Like a network kind of contract?
Just a contract in general that you just jumped on.
I mean, like, deals for shows all the time. That happens, but they weren't big. I'm talking about like a network thing. Like the MTV deal. The first time I told my manager specifically, I was like, "Don't say no to this." And he was like, "Hey, we want to go back and push back." And I was like fucking freaked out for the 3 days.
Because you
to
wanted
do
the
it.
opportunity.
Yeah, and now I'm just like push all the way back. Bro.
Do you ever
Say
feel
no.
as though like you ever prepare for them type of situations when you first starting out?
What do you mean, like emotionally,
you
or
just all that emotionally, just thinking like, okay, like I'm gonna do this, but then when the opportunity comes, like you end up doing something completely different, and
Yeah.
you end up hating yourself for it.
yeah, absolutely. Like, did I make the wrong decision?
Yeah,
Absolutely. And I used to be bummed about that. And now I realize that like every wrong decision is a future right one.
Absolutely, man. As long
You know
as
what
you
I mean?
learn
Like,
from
every
that
fuck up
motherfucker, you good.
You make is preparing you for the next one. Like,
Absolutely.
every time Alex and I go film some shit, sometimes we forget something. Sometimes we fuck up. And it's like the next time we're not gonna.
Or like even with that Flint joke when you were talking to the boy, like
David Tell, yeah.
how'd you feel when you didn't like think about doing that first?
He's just such a genius comic that I was like, all right, this is so effortless for you. But I just wish I gave it some more thought.
Because
I'm sure Dave got it. You probably got a joke he liked.
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Because
Yeah,
I watch your stuff and I always thought like you would like be the first one like to hop on it.
What, the dick?
That too. You probably would be on that too.
If it was to save your life, Justin.
You wouldn't.
Listen, man. As always, if you listen, give me your Twitters and stuff, Justin.
Twitter _ Justin Richburg. IG
Berg.
Justin_Richburg. I hit 100K last week.
Hey.
I'm verified. I'm an official IG thought. I'll be selling Fashion Nova.
Watch out,
ads
Emily Brooklyn.
and tummy tees on my page soon.
Hey. Well, listen, as always, if you listen to this podcast, you think we're smart, you think we're intelligent, you think we're brilliant, you're absolutely right. If you listen to this podcast, you think we're just a couple idiots who don't know shit, you're right too. It's the Brilliant Idiots Podcast. Thank you for listening.